Hello everyone, welcome back to another installment of Let's Play Dragon Age Origins Dwarven Commoner Edition. Last we left off, we had a chat with Morgan, and managed a bit of our inventory. So let's continue talking to our companions, shall we? We had already talked with Sten and Leliana as well. Well, okay, maybe we didn't necessarily talk to Sten all that much. But let's go check on Enzo and see how he's doing.
I once heard a really old legend about how the Hound warriors in the days of the old tribes would feed their Mabari the flesh of the vanquished.
Hey.
Well, that's what I heard anyway. It would sometimes be human flesh.
Yikes. I wouldn't want to eat
Oh,
it.
like you can tell the difference. For all you know, maybe you've already been fed something. Someone.
I'd never feed you another human being.
It's not cannibalism if he's eating it, you know.
And that is a good segue into another conversation with Alistair.
Something on your mind?
I have some questions.
Of course.
Tell me about the Grey Wardens.
Such as they are.
Where are the nearest Grey Wardens from here?
That's a good question. There's plenty in Orlais, but who knows where they might be found. And the nearest Orlesian city is weeks away. If we go north and cross the sea, there's bound to be some in the Free Marches. Again, however, I just don't know where. I don't know anything about Grey Wardens in other lands.
Is there a headquarters somewhere?
Here in Ferelden, there's our compound in Denerim at the palace, but that's it. Loghain will have control over that and be watching it, no doubt. Beyond that, the only place I know of is Weishaupt Fortress. That's the headquarters of all Grey Wardens in the Anderfells, 1,000 miles from here. But I've no idea how to even contact them. So unless we try to get back to the compound in Denerim, I suppose the answer is no. There's nowhere for us to go.
So what happens now that there's just two of us?
I imagine that eventually the Grey Wardens outside of Ferelden will wonder what's happened. Why there's no contact from Duncan or someone. They'll send someone eventually. Though who knows what Loghain's people in Denerim will tell them. Maybe they won't send anyone. We could try to contact them. But that would mean leaving Ferelden, and even if we did, they couldn't come back with us in time to stop the Blight. So that means whatever happens, it's up to us.
Well, we need to start rebuilding the Order.
I mean, eventually we would have to use the joining to make more Grey Wardens, right? But I don't know how to do the joining, or what's involved. I know it involves lyrium and some other magic, and that it's really difficult to prepare, but that's it. Unless we can find out more about the joining, I guess we better get used to the idea that there might only be two of us for now. Until more come from elsewhere.
What happened if we just left?
Just left? You mean just left Ferelden? I don't know. If there's an archdemon, however, we're supposed to be the only ones who can defeat it. And that means the Blight would grow unchecked. Eventually, other Grey Wardens in Orlais and other lands would hear about it, and they would come to fight it, but they wouldn't come in time to save Ferelden. There's no way. I'm not going anywhere.
I have no more questions.
About the Grey Wardens, anyhow. Fair enough. Something on your mind? Of course.
Alright, what should we ask him next? So, you had mentioned before that Arl Eamon raised you?
Did I say that? I meant that dogs raised me. Giant slobbering dogs from the Anderfells. A whole pack of them, in fact.
That explains the smell.
Well, it wasn't until I was 8 that I discovered you didn't have to lick yourself clean. Old habits die hard, you know.
That would explain the breath as well, then.
And my table manners too. Though, come to think of it, they weren't all that different from the other Templars. Or did I dream all of that? Funny the dreams you'll have when you sleep on the cold, hard ground, isn't it? Are you having strange dreams?
Interestingly enough, if you're female, he'll pretty much approve of any answer except no. Your responses will be different if you're a guy. It all involves strangling you. This one's the more serious one. Oh, but I think I'm going to go with this. Am I having any strange dreams? Well, not really. Just the ones where we're making mad love in my tent.
I think I completely lost my chain of thought. Oh, there it is. Let's see, how do I explain this? I'm a bastard. And before you make any smart comments, I mean the fatherless kind. My mother was a serving girl in Redcliffe Castle who died when I was very young. Our Lehman wasn't my father, but he took me in anyhow and put a roof over my head. He was good to me, and he didn't have to be. I respect the man, and I don't blame him anymore for sending me off to the Chantry once I was old enough.
Why did he send you off to the Chantry?
Our Lehman eventually married a young woman from Orlais, which caused all sorts of problems between him and the king because it was so soon after the war. But he loved her. Anyhow, then you, Alistair, resented the rumors which pegged me as his bastard. They weren't true, but of course they existed. The Arl didn't care, but she did. So off I was packed to the nearest monastery at age 10, just as well. The Arlessa made sure the castle wasn't a home to me by that point. She despised me.
What an awful thing to do to a child.
Maybe. She felt threatened by my presence, I can see that now. I can't say I blame her. She wondered if the rumors were true herself, I bet. I remember I had an amulet with Andraste's holy symbol on it. The only thing I had of my mother's. I was so furious at being sent away, I tore it off and threw it at the wall and it shattered. Stupid, stupid thing to do. The Arl came by the monastery a few times to see how I was, but I was stubborn. I hated it there, and blamed him for everything. And eventually, he just stopped coming.
Well, you were young.
And raised my dogs. Or I may as well have been, the way I acted. But maybe all young bastards act like that. I don't know. All I know is that the Arl is a good man, and well loved by the people. He also was King Caelan's uncle, so he has a personal motivation to see Loghain pay for what he did. Anyway, that's really all there is to the story.
And Alistair approves +6. But I love his reaction when you're like, oh, yeah, the only strange dreams I have are where we're making mad love in my tent, and he's like, Anyway. Oh, he's so cute when he's flustered. Oh. Alright. We'll talk to that guy eventually, but for now, we are going to set out on to our next destination. What destination is that, you may ask?
Yes.
Why?
Indeed.
It is
Yes.
the Circle of Magi. Excuse me. The Circle of Magi. Because seems like the most logical place to go next. I mean, it's the well, If we just walk around Lake Calenhad, it's basically the closest place. So let's go there. Okay, technically Red Cliff is closer. But maybe having the mages on our side might be a good thing. After all, mages are pretty powerful. So let's go. Random encounter time, I see.
Some creature draws near.
Yes, and I'm off. Going, and I'm off. Going, yes.
It's a drink!
And I'm off.
Let's have some glory!
And a new quest. Drake Scale Armor.
Vinok Hall.
Indeed.
So, on to the next destination then. Alright, let's grab these herbs.
We're coming here to see the mages, right? Oh, great. They just love me.
Oh, don't worry about it, Alistair. Samuel the Deserter. I have a feeling this is part of one of my quests. So...
You have some kind of problem?
Yeah, actually, I'm here on behalf of the Blackstone Irregulars.
Oh? What was this about?
I'm here to bring you in for desertion.
I worried this might happen. I hoped it wouldn't be you who came for me. I have no choice. Forgive me, Warden, but I cannot go back with you.
Time for more practice. All right. Yes. All right. Going. Yes. All right. Going. Yes. And I'm off.
Alrighty then. Ah, Mage's Collective guy. What's up?
You're the Grey Warden, aren't you? Exactly who I was hoping to meet. I represent a collective of mages interested in going about their lives without the constant scrutiny of the Chantry.
Oh, I suppose if I could get some money out of the deal, it'd be nice. Another side quest giver, yay! How can I help you?
Next to me, and in every major settlement, you will find an inconspicuous sack containing requests from mages all over the land who need the assistance of someone skillful and discreet.
I can take a look at your requests.
Thank you, my friend. We have agents in every major settlement to reward you for work done on behalf of the collective. Make us smile upon you. Take this. You've earned it.
Yep, I already had some money, or some deep mushrooms for one of those quests, so let's level up Alistair. Ah, so close. Well, sadly folks, we are out of time, so I'm going to save and cut the video off here. But I will see you all on the next installment of Let's Play Dragon Age Origins Dwarven Commoner Edition. Subscribe, like, favorite, comment, whatever suits your fancy. I'll see you then, folks.